Okay, so last we left off, we were on the final mission of XCOM. I don't anticipate this taking a very long time. What's up, sir? How you been? So we're going to go ahead and clear out this, and then I'll take a short break, and we'll switch to Stalker, Shadow of Chernobyl. Hey, Sornus. How you doing? Do I actually have anything revealed at the moment? I don't think I did.
Will do.
Oh, I guess there is a guy over there, huh? Alright. Can I reach him from here, maybe? It looks like I can. Fantastic. Scarf can probably do the same thing here. Well, maybe I can use the psychic ability on him. Yeah. 100% chance to hit. 5 damage. Just be enough to kill him. Swear that's the RPG Maker monster sound. That's interesting. She gets to stay stealth? Oh, there she goes. Okay. No, she does not get to stay stealth. I'm actually curious why it showed her as staying stealth at first. If I recall correctly, there's a guy back here somewhere. Maybe if I move further forward, I'll be able to encounter him. Try it.
Move into position.
Move a little bit further forward, and then I'll overwatch and see what happens. I think there's a muton like down by the door on the edge there. Soreness further. But yeah, overwatch. No reason to speed through this level. Thankfully. Probably move her a step so she can go invis again. Yeah. Let's see. Now seems like an okay time to toss this thing. Let's see what I can learn. Nothing on that side. Now, does my other sniper also have access to that right now? It does.
Headed there now.
How about side? Slash, okay, looks like that is a separate path that I can take. Good to know.
Incoming signal from battle.
It's too late. I don't think we're going to get any more units this mission, since we're in the middle of the final mission. Otherwise, that would be fine. Nice, Jahan. Yeah, he came into stream fairly drunk that night and told us about your gift.
Aye, aye, Commander.
We were cracking up about it. It's funny.
Got it covered.
Jahan was on that shit.
Eyes peeled, Commander.
Yeah, I think we gotta move further forward in order to start triggering them. Let me try sending Kawaii forward a bit and see what happens. In theory, because of those grenades, I should know they're not gonna spawn here, right? Oh, they might be further down. Bummer. So get in the queue for XCOM 2.
It ultimately contributes little to our cause. Still, there is hope as the new one approaches.
Alright, so snipers can't see them yet, although maybe they can. No? Still? Interesting. I would have hoped that that would have been far enough. These things in particular are pretty nasty. I'm gonna try suppression. Now, does suppression stack if you have multiple characters with access to it, using it on different enemy units? I assume it does.
Affirmative, moving out.
Oh, we can make a character pool in advance. That's cool. Not quite close enough there. No. She'll be close enough though. Scarf. The main character of this game. How does that work? Why do you make a character pool in advance in XCOM 2?
Move, move, move!
Do you not like recruit soldiers as you play? This could be bad. Lucky. That's right, they get to go twice if they start their turn. It's kind of a bummer. Oh, that's cool. I like that. Right on. So maybe I could do that off stream at some point. For XCOM 2. My other sniper over here. Four damage on a headshot, although I don't think that counted as a crit. This particular enemy is just super nasty. There's a good crit. Still 10 damage. I imagine that like normal mode is a lot more like this, where you're not reliably one-shotting every enemy in the game. So I'm playing on easy. 100% chance to hit. That was a good chance. Nice. That's really cool. Might be able to get into that melee range, although, let's see. Kawaii is at full health? Yeah, now's the turn to do it.
That's affirmative.
No time like the present. Alright, so we start with fire, and then we should get another fire on like a double shot, in theory. Nice crit. Okay. Now can I get a missile over there without hitting an ally? Very possibly. That's really cool. Yeah, so people who have the game might even be able to make characters for themselves if they wanted to. I'd be down with that. We'll have some time after launch to set that up, I assume. So this is my last character who gets to go. Shoot another missile. Does 9 damage? Oh, it's probably less with their armor. That's as far as I can go, it looks like. For the best.
Rockets away.
Seems like it's a pretty robust character creator, right? Just barely enough. Anyway, load-bearing boss is fantastic.
This was a worthy path that we were justified in our efforts.
No way to merge pools.
About our redemption and usher in our future.
So jump.
Back online.
She should probably heal herself. It's not doing great. That's a cool prop.
Back online. Afirmativo.
It's full on ammo.
Estoy vigilando. Head now.
Mega Man's not quite full on ammo, but I can. Well, no.
Ready to engage.
Можно начинать.
See, I'm assuming they're going to choose to move on this turn. Alright, I'm still overwatching. Are they like moving during that whole turn, I guess? Assume they're going to keep coming in my direction.
Comfort zone.
Should be fairly safe, hopefully. Famous last words.
We're green to go.
I see what I got my eyes on.
Choose your own adventure books were bullshit. Absolutely. I have the one special psi ability that I haven't really used. The one that only Scarfadin gets for this level, so I might do it later. I think that's the only one that's particularly interesting. Ouch. This one, free aiming, Rift. Rift is the name of the power, devastating psychic storm. I have mind control as well, but I don't think I'll get close enough to be able to use it since it's a sniper who has it. So arbitrary, right? Just hold your finger on that page. Great. That's the way to do it. 69%. That is not a large enough number.
Going in for the kill.
Probably run and gun though and kill it.
On the move.
There's Overwatch. I saw it do that too. It's totally my bad. Wow. Hopefully Kawaii's double shot kills it. Making bad decisions.
X-ray neutralized.
We're good. Let me send Leona forward with the hope of eventually
Stepping up.
healing my lead assault. Do you ever try reading a Choose Your Own Adventure like a normal book? I think I always cheated at Choose Your Own Adventure books. I liked them in principle, but never played them legit.
Already there.
Man, movement for snipers is potentially pretty crazy. Yeah, I guess winning a Choose Your Own Adventure book on the first pass pretty unlikely, since like the consequences are never connected to sanity. Hey, Nodovan, how you doing? Long time no see.
Time to motor.
Excuse me. You guys back in Santa Fe already? Nodovan brought ginger cookies today. It was really good. Give him steer points for it. Stream is pay to win. Cookies to win.
Координаты получила.
Here, let's send Kawaii back to get healed, please.
Target confirmed. On our way.
And then since we've defeated the load-bearing boss enemies, we should be able to move forward fairly safely after that. Haha, yeah, that sounds about right.
Rub some dirt on it, you wimp.
Right. Totally unfair geographical advantage. Already have to struggle with time zone disadvantage. It's like 7 a.m. over there, probably.
Moving out.
No, choosing not to do SP for cookies due to allegations of corruption. Thank you for the cookies, I appreciate it. They're delicious. Andrew has been munching on them since you left.
Roger, Dodger.
That is early, my friend. It's a rare thing that I can get up at 7. When Andrea was at the worst of her depression, I was trying to get us up at 7 to go get breakfast somewhere, just to like put a gap between waking up and like going to work. For the longest time, whenever I would go to work, I would pretty much just, is this Kawaii right there? I would get up, get dressed, and go, like, within 5-10 minutes, shower the night before. There was no break, you know?
Heading out.
Wake up, open Twitch, fair enough. Oh, did I just heal myself? Oh, shit. Alright. I was trying to figure out how I could target her instead, but whatever, it's fine. If she's gonna die, this is the mission to die on. How's that game, Saucer? It's been weird.
On my way.
Convenient stores of Speedway.
got eyes on the AO.
No enemies yet. Interesting. Maybe they spawn in when you get close. Could see them doing that for the stage.
De acuerdo. On the move.
Let me send Heavy in and see what happens.
A la orden, comandante. En guardia.
Everybody else forward.
Rolling out.
It's starting to get hot in Los Alamos. I'm glad we got the
Moving out.
AC installed. If you tried turning it on and off again. Exactly. I think we want to go here. Although I could maybe send her in to scout, if I understand the stealth mechanic correctly.
Got it covered. Moving out.
Gotta send Sornus in for the
I'm
next
here,
turn.
Commander.
And get reloading out of the way. Rebooting takes 8 hours. No joke.
Voy hacia ese lugar.
Yeah, I had a lot of problems with coughing the first couple weeks in New Mexico because of how dry it is here. But it's, oh man, it's the best. I do not like humid climates at all. Let's actually move Scarf forward since Scarf's invisible. Yeah, you can get headaches pretty bad from the altitude. 7,000 feet up, someone can convert that to meters.
On the move.
Probably want to move that far
Eyes on
forward.
target.
Yeah, that's what I was worried about. That's the boss. Whoops.
Behold the greatest failure of the Ethereal ones. We who failed to ascend as they thought we would.
Reload the save before taking that extra step forward to proc this dude.
We who were cast out. We who were doomed to feed on the gift of lesson
Oh, that's interesting.
as we sought to uplift them, to prepare them for what lies.
So they lost their psychic power, they have to steal it from lesser beings, trying to uplift other species, because there's something that's worse than the sectoids. Gotcha. That's cool. Tropical, wow. Yeah, let's do that. Sounds great. 75% though. Wow, nice crit. Land another one, that would be so swell.
This is not your not your purpose. You need our guidance to own this power. Without us, what are you?
His name is lame there, pulling the boss shot. What a perfectly placed sniper. I was thinking I was gonna get screwed by all those ads that just spawned. Scarf? Oh, is this gonna be bad for Scarf? This looks bad, potentially. Nice, dude. Oh, cool. Saving the day. Sacrificing, of course. I was hoping that was gonna happen. I thought that was gonna happen before we even came here.
What the hell is happening?
The ship
Yeah, that's
itself
pretty
is
great.
behaving like a dying star.
You have a chance to reflect shots, that's
Becoming
funny.
a black hole. At this distance, the Earth will be consumed.
Yeah, reflecting that first shot would have been really bad for my sniper. got this scarf, main character. Save the day. Really? So I just lucked out that neither of them reflected. She's like, yeah, that would be a bad thing. Let's not do that.
Central, I'm bugging out. The package is not on board. Waited as long as I could, sir.
Yeah, we'd probably sack one or a few
The alien ship
soldiers.
is in motion.
Save the world. I
Direction.
think you did, Nodovan, yeah.
What direction?
Yukipo, Kevin, Cirque died. And Burner. That's cool. I think that's appropriate for the story we've seen so far, right?
What an easy win!
I'm locked out. This game was really cool. I'm looking forward to playing XCOM 2. Sorry we had to delay this from the last session, but that was good. Paying them respects. Overall score. What is the deal with the world having 114,725? 6 more battles, 148. Battles lost. Aliens killed. Soldiers lost. I lost more soldiers than average. That's actually pretty surprising. Maybe they're comparing to people on comparable difficulties. Funding countries, alien base cleared. I was about average of the base clearing. A little faster than the Ethereal device, a little faster than the Sonic Soldier. I think it's all players. I'm guessing that the score has something to do with your difficulty as well. One-shot kills, that's a lot. Number of turns per battle, about average, that's nice, 10.2, okay. Damage per shot, shot per set, 71. It's interesting to see how close to the average you trend, regardless of your playstyle. 110 days till first kernel. It's a lot of days in the infirmary. I kind of didn't really care about people getting shot, did I? World Scientist, 227,000. Okay, something's wonky there. That's the non-canonical ending, right? I could do that, Leon. Can you send me a Discord DM? I'll add it to my task list. Or is it just that as you keep playing, you can keep inflating that number as long as you want? Credits. Or are those people cheating? I think 10 turns sounds about right. Cool. Yeah, I really enjoyed XCOM 1. This game is awesome. It wasn't what I was expecting. I'm going to have to start recording what I'm expecting before I actually play a game. I think I described in the survey response that it's remarkably tricky for me to recall after the game's over what I thought it was going to be like at first. We're going to let the credits run here, and then I'm going to boot up Stalker. Is that they're cheating, or is it you can keep playing forever? Does it like give you a New Game Plus thing where you can keep fighting battles, or no? Stalker, I have no idea what to expect. I've heard survival horror, Shadow of Chernobyl, so something to do with a nuclear material. I've had some trouble getting it to run. I mean, it runs fine, but it's kind of wonky. I need to run stuff in windowed mode as a streamer so I can navigate between multiple windows without minimizing the game, and it doesn't want to run on my central monitor, so I'm going to be looking over here while I play and looking at chat over here. See if I can find a way to deal with that. Yeah, what happens in the bad ending? The bad ending is the canonical ending, right? Which is really cool. I like to see more games do that. See you, Retro. Sid Meier is a creative director. Was Sid Meier involved at all in the original XCOM? Because like Firaxis bought this IP, right? Did he just maybe like the game and decided to participate in remaking it? Relaunching it? Rebooting it, I guess is a better word. Sectoid Commander mind controls the council to end the XCOM project. That's funny. Uh-huh. Interesting. How do you trigger the bad ending? Is that just what happens when you lose enough countries or lose enough battles, lose enough soldiers? Wasn't involved in the original, gotcha. Microprose. Company founded by Sid, published original XCOM. I see. I thought, you know, smoky, mysterious, cigar-filled room guy was a little suspicious. Second wave setting. So it's not really New Game Plus, but it's like we're gonna let you make another playthrough harder. Opposite of New Game Plus. Now that you've beaten it, you're able to make it a bigger pain. I can see wanting that. I feel like this is the kind of series where you want to struggle more. I wonder if this game could... I have an unfounded opinion that I generally don't like difficulty settings in games. Like, I feel like you're forced to balance it a little bit better when everyone's forced to play on the same difficulty. And it seems like the intended XCOM experience is for it to be pretty brutal and hard, like for you to lose soldiers often, have to sacrifice people, that sort of thing. Which would have been acceptable, I think, if that was the only way to play the game, but because easy was available, it was like, well, I'm not going to waste stream time repeating content because of having to restart missions from soldiers dying and that sort of thing. So I still think it was correct for me to pick easy for this first playthrough. I'll probably play XCOM 2 on normal. It's not... So many developers do difficulty levels that, you know, it's not like a bad thing, but I guess I praise games more that eschew that and just say, nope, this is how hard it is. Deal with it, you know? And randomness, I see. Predictability is survivability. That makes sense. Yeah, that's true. It makes it more accessible. I guess there's not other ways in the game. So a game like Dark Souls, you can make it easier through grinding, or you can make it easier through summoning people. They're not technically a difficulty setting, but it is a way that you can deal with difficult content, whereas if you started this game on hard, you would probably have a bad time. I could see someone rage quitting pretty early in the playthrough. So, I get it. I don't know. Maybe it's maybe the way that you should handle difficulty settings is what are the penalties for failure, right? I definitely like that this has an Iron Man mode, and I think that should be a toggle, not something that's on by default. You know, the hardcore people that want their decisions to matter, that don't want to feel like they're compelled to save scum, are not allowed to. Yeah, right, this game is lame. Actually, I don't mind difficulty settings when everything statistically stays the same, like you deal the same damage, you take the same damage, but it just changes the behavior of enemies, or changes the sorts of enemies you encounter. Like if there's something substantive to the difficulty increase, it's not just tweaking the numbers in one direction or the other. I could get behind doing like a, was it Resident Evil 4? And this isn't even something that Capcom advertised about that game, but RE4 has an adaptive difficulty system where if you're doing really well, it gets harder, and if you're doing really poorly, it gets easier, and it never tells you that that's happening. Which I think is, I think that like speedrunners use that. It's a cool way to approach it. Yeah, I spend more time considering its moves. That's interesting. Yeah, it's not a bad thing if they have it change numbers. Like it seemed like the number tweaking for XCOM 1 was pretty reasonable for an easy difficulty. I just say, like, if we have to rank, like, what sorts of difficulty settings I'd prefer, generally I would go for behaviors and unit types, substantive changes. I'm trying to think of a game I've played, like, I guess MMOs handle difficulty settings really well, because you're often, yeah, they increase the numbers, but the main thing that's changing is the number of mechanics that you're having to deal with. Series of options. Yeah, splitting it out as much as possible, Sornes. I think that's probably fair. So, like, you know, do you want advanced AI? Do you want advanced hit points? Do you want Iron Man mode? Because that would be the situation where I would say, yeah, give me the advanced AI. Don't give me Iron Man mode because I'm streaming it. Excuse me. Don't give me extra hit points because it would just make battles take longer. Interesting. Yeah, that's cool. Getting different maps or new unit placement. It's more significant content, right, than just fudging numbers. Ready to grab something to drink when we switch to Stalker. I'm losing my voice. Is there a single player game I've played where the difficulty settings are really significant in terms of what game you end up seeing? Probably have played one, I just don't have any coming to mind. It's usually mostly number tweaking. You're the ultimate hero, Scarf, you saved the day. No, at least that was probably satisfying, at least, right? That pressure washing porn subreddit. Master of all trades. Okay, Hugabi. I was like, what the fuck is Propagable talking about? I do like that. Yeah, I mean, it's hard. It's very challenging to write humans in an intergalactic society and make them interesting without them making just boring jack of all trades, so making other species afraid of them or something is a cool idea. It's pretty different. Yeah, a couple an hour. It's like a PG-13 movie. Yeah, no, this is a really cool setting. Like, I could see wanting to play a tabletop RPG in the XCOM setting. Yeah, we only turned on the mature warning for Marstead. Yeah, go for it, Dexter. Oh, there's an XCOM board game? That's interesting. Hard campaign. Okay. Yeah, that seems like a big difference. Is Fog of War like a new feature in Advance Wars when you play on a higher difficulty? I think I'm getting not board game fatigue, but you know, we've talked about how the fact that there are so many amazing games and we live in this crazy era where everyone has this giant backlog of AAA games they got on Steam for like $5 because they're 2 years old. It's getting really, really hard to offer a fair critique of a game. Like, I feel like reviewers are more critical of games than they probably ought to be if you were just looking at games in an objective vacuum because of the backlog effect. And I think I'm having the same thing happen to me with board games where it's like, it had better be a really awesome board game for me to sit down and like learn it. Because there's a fairly significant effort involved in like coming to understand a board game that you don't really have with video games. I wonder if anyone's made a board game that's designed to teach you the rules as you play it. I don't think I've ever really played anything quite like that. I'm sure something like that exists, or a game that's simple enough that, you know, there's only a couple rules. That I wouldn't include that. Something as complicated as, you know, Risk or Pandemic, that you could just bust it open and play it immediately and have cards or something teach you the rules as you go. Delete ideas. Board game is so stressful. That's cool, Leon. I didn't think about that. So they're intentionally not sending their endgame enemies at the beginning because they want you to develop psychic powers so they can take them. Yeah, that's clever. Yeah, I like that concept that they needed us to be the super psychics. Oh, XCOM is a legacy board game? That's cool. I feel like those would combine pretty well. This is the one where you, like, mark the board so anyone who plays with that board in the future will deal with changes. So that's a really cool concept for board games, I think. Yeah. It's a communication thing, I think. Game Saucer. Work with a tutorial. It tries to teach you while playing thing, narrating your first few turns, asking you to make decisions. Oh, they intentionally let you screw up to make a tense situation. It's like a Crucible is in the original 90s XCOM right on. How connected is 2K to Firaxis? 2K did, they published Borderlands, right? They didn't make it, it was Gearbox, I think? 2K is one of those publishers that they seem like they just involve themselves in funding and releasing good work. Nothing that's amazing. They're not controversial like EA or Activision. Yeah, right, Leon. The tutorial mission, this game makes you lose people. I guess I can see the benefit of that. It's... if you're gonna try to teach players how to deal with bad things happening in your game, I think it's better to front load that rather than lead them to believe that they can play perfectly, you know? So maybe the better way to do that, to Sornus's point, is to just broadcast that, like, just so you know, this is to teach you the rules and bad things are going to happen during it so that you can understand the game better, but don't feel like you're getting railroaded by the GM. Good independent relationship with 2K. Sure. Michael McCann. So, is it unusual that this game got so many European localizations and like a Mandarin Chinese localization? Like, I feel like I haven't seen too many games that have put that much stress on it. I guess it's been cool in the game that they use the voice acting for units from different nationalities. It's really awesome. But I wonder, like, what is that just something that Firaxis does? Because Civ is a popular franchise everywhere. Yeah, I can hear that, Sornus. So maybe the the system itself is cool, but it's all in the presentation and the tone of how they put you in that situation. VR is long, wow. That's what I mean about board game fatigue. I really, really like good board games, and I think that there's an art to like knowing how to play a board game and explaining to someone else how to do it in the most elegant possible fashion that gets them playing and not listening to a lecture as quickly as possible. It's really, really hard to do. That's kind of square. Doubling the staff with speed of production, yeah. A Bloodborne card game, interesting. I think the appeal of a lot of card games is that they can be exception-based, where like the rules are printed on the cards, and then the actual out-of-game rules are fairly simple to follow. Ken Levine. I tab out of this. I lose music if I do that. Right. Kelly Valley. Notch. Man, I remember when Minecraft was still in alpha. It's so crazy to see that spin around that this rando indie Java dev makes this really cool game and it just explodes and now he's a billionaire. It's insane. I don't think we've really seen that happen as a culture with video games too much, right? Yeah, right. Played Minecraft before it was cool. That's an easy way to get little kids to lose their shit. I remember telling that to the kids at that elementary school that we went to and gave career talks, me and Andrew. I played Minecraft in alpha. Whoa, what? Back in a few minutes, guys. We'll start. Stalker Shadow of Chernobyl. I'll do my best to get it running.